Herm Edwards, former NFL and Arizona State head coach, on what to expect from Deshaun Watson this season, what he expects from him.
I anticipate he'll have a fairly decent year, and when I say that, that's 25 touchdown passes. This guy was electric when he was back in Houston. Obviously, we watched what happened to him last year. He was out of football for 2 years. He was 3-3 as a starter for Cleveland. And you think about Cleveland last year, they were a 7-10 football team. They can flip the script if this plays well. They can be a 10-7 football team. And you think about the division they play in, everyone in that division, I'm talking about everyone, they were all 3-3. Cleveland Browns were 3-3. If this guy can find his way, everything is clean now. He's got a clean slate. He was out of football for 2 years. He's around the football team. He's in the locker room. He's practicing. I've said this about football. You cannot cheat the grass. What I mean by that is this. When you're not practicing the game of football, it's very difficult to be successful, especially at the quarterback position. I think he's going to have a really good year.
And Randy, I agree. I think if he plays 25 touchdowns, they're 10-7. If he has more than that, they could win 11 games. Any more than 11 games is going to be awfully tough for anybody that's playing in the AFC North because those teams are going to beat each other up.
They are. And I didn't even realize I was even wearing my Arizona State hat. I graduated from there. So showing my love to Herm, who he likes to yell when he talks. He gets really into it. But I think he's right. I think that, he made a really good point about, you can't cheat the game. You have to be able to practice. You have to be out there. And a lot of people were really quick to just assume that what we saw from Deshaun Watson last year is what we're going to see. But he was away from the game for so long. But you could see as he was getting more acclimated with the team that it was starting to become a little bit more comfortable. His stats would have been a little bit better last year if not for a few key drops. A couple touchdowns were dropped. But you could see that he was slowly starting to get better. And I think that Herm's right. I think that he's going to come into this year with a lot more confidence. He was able to knock that rust off. There's nothing lingering over his head as far as, pending suspensions or anything like that. And then you just throw in the fact that, you added another tight end in Jordan Akins, who he's comfortable with. You added Elijah Moore to give another weapon, Marquise Goodwin. I think that they've done a good job building around him. And I agree. I could see 25. I could see even more touchdowns than that. But you're also correct that and AFC North is going to be a dogfight. 10 wins would be phenomenal. 11 wins would be really hard, just because it's going to be hard for them to do anything better than 3-3 in that division, just because how tough it is.
Yeah. The other thing to keep in mind is the offense he was running wasn't really designed for his skill set because he didn't play the first 11 weeks. And he then came in and was trying to learn teammates at game speed. So that kind of goes back to Herm Edwards saying, you've been away from it for so long, don't expect the time. Football's an ultimate team game because it relies on timing with 11 guys. So I'm expecting a lot better